Oh, oh man. I don't think I can reach the end of this dungeon. I'm too low on energy.
Oh boy! Have I got something for you?
Whoa! Whoa, who are you? And wait, I got to this dungeon first. Are you after the treasure?
Don't worry, the only treasure I'm after is seeing adventurers like you getting coffee at affordable prices from Dragon Roast Coffees!
Dragon roast? Wait, this dungeon has a dragon?
No! But the beans of this coffee were roasted with the mythical heat of dragon fire and infused with a touch of enchantment in every sip.
Enchantment? Mind.
Well, there's enchantment for every adventurer's need. For example, the Druid Roast is accented with strong blueberry notes, accented by airy floral hints with a crisp honey sweetness, while the Rogue Roast here has a nutty brown sugar flavor to it, with deception permeating every sip.
Deception?
Deception.
Oh my! This sounds tasty, but that means it's gotta be pricey, right?
Actually, it's not! It's quite affordable, and even more so if you use your code FADORABLEWILL to get 10% off at purchase at checkout.
Well, okay. You gotta let me try a little sip, though.
Here you go.
Okay. That's some enchantment!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow! I can taste all the flavors! I feel energized to finish this dungeon!
Finish the dungeon? I cleaned it out last week. It just had a McMuffin in it that separates you from your body momentarily.
You did what? You ate it?
No, I mean, yeah. It didn't taste all that great, which is why you're better off out of body experience is with the Dragon Roast Coffee.
Okay. I guess if you're into astral projection.
I am.
And scene, turn around. Hey, where's my notes? There it is. He's a year older, but not wiser. It's Midwest Dungeon Delvers.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh my goodness, where's my notes again? I am so prepared today. The best type of tree is the one who doesn't poison you with pollen. It's palm tree tries. I'm Will, your game master who does not need a strap for his mouse despite what Nintendo says is necessary. And this is Super Smash Quest. Woohoo! Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. All right, Burr said that he was going to be a little bit late. And then Sharky, I'm assuming same thing as last week. I was under the impression that it was just Sharky that's going to be late today. So, not sure where Burr is, but Burr did say ahead of time that he was going to be late, and by ahead of time I mean like about an hour beforehand. So that's good. That's good, right? You know, pro tip to everyone. Yeah, always let people know if you're going to be late. Which, speaking of, I will admit I was late to get the ball rolling on setup today, which is why everything is probably going to be all over the place and I'm going to be tweaking as we go, but it's fine.
That's how we roll.
Oh yeah. This is an improv show first and foremost, anyways.
Indeed.
Yes. I suppose we can entertain the masses with a little bit of there's a little cat here, so although I guess the people
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Silverado on the Twitch side of things. Thank you for pressing the friendship button. And that does remind me, if you are watching this later on YouTube or one of the podcasting platforms, please remember we are doing these live on Twitch. If you want to experience these like firsthand. That's the first I was going for. Yeah. And yeah, how are y'all doing, players?
I mean, we're here. These allergies are kicking my butt.
Oh, I bet. Here's the sneezing for the sneezing.
Yeah.
All
Woohoo.
Right, there we go. Good kitty. Alrighty. Oh, treat the cat. Yeah, we can do that. And while I'm giving these cats some treats, let me note to you guys, yes, we are indeed sponsored by Dragon Roast Coffee, where you can use code FedorableWill at checkout to get 10% off your entire order. And my personal recommendation is the Necromancer for those that like dark roasts. Come on up, Kippy. And yeah. Up here. Yeah. Shoutouts to TeusFlips and Damie Devil for being our amazing artists for the show. I just realized that Kip took his treat out of frame of the camera, but he took his treat, so you can just take my word for it.
As long as he got it.
And with all that being said, Sharky's not going to be able to make it to tonight's session, it seems. Big Sag.
Oh no.
He was under the impression that we do these every other week, which I guess he never had evidence that we did it every week because my vacation interrupted his schedule.
Oh no.
Yeah. But we'll get Burr in here soon. And this I think it will work out. But that does mean that we will need someone else to do the recap here in just a moment. So why don't we go on over to here and let's see here. We can roll for a Quasar. And Paul, why don't you give us our recap for this week?
Alrighty, so previously on Super Smash Quest, we determined that, or we were doing an Among Us themed version of Super Smash Quest until we decided that doing tasks was overrated and not in our players' best interest. So despite being trapped on the Skeld, surrounded by Among Usians doing tasks, we were not doing tasks. And we split up, as we do, to try and determine where the crates that are holding petrified prisoners might be. Myself and BurrItsColdGaming, who is not presently available, split off. Gumsha and Derek's began searching crates, and we were able to break one lock and found no prisoners within this crate.
You haven't actually
Meanwhile,
looked inside the crate.
Oh, we have not looked inside that crate. Did we?
Yeah. You unlocked it.
We broke the lock.
And then the lights went out. And yeah.
That's right. Okay. The lights went out. Okay, so this Skeld has terrible electrical problems, is what we've determined. It's got the worst electrician. Maybe someone should actually do the tasks and fix the electricity. I don't know. Regardless, Midwest Dungeon Delvers, and Sharky Attacks were interrogating Doug about what could be a tall, high, special place that he has hidden the other crate of prisoners in. They flattered Doug's ego ridiculously, to no avail. I don't believe Doug ever gave you a direction, did he?
So I deceived him by pretending to be an android and going, oh, 75% you're an imposter unless you show us. And so then he showed us. And then he opened it.
Oh, he did.
And then he put the lock back on. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then he put it back on. And I tried to break it with Smashergy. That was where.
Yes, that's right. Midwest Dungeon Delvers' new secret power ability that's been hidden from us for the last several sessions was revealed. He has a new skill called Smashergy, where he can use the power of the Force or the power of the Smash to make things be if he believes. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna back up a little bit. By through sheer force of if you can imagine it, if you can believe it, it can be. And then the lights went out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we found ourselves.
We found Doug's body.
Yes,
Yep.
we found Doug's body. We called an Among Us meeting to chat with the other imposters. And decided that we don't know who the imposter is, and we should just let a murderer reside amongst us until we have better information. I think we were going to keep an eye on Keith, the guy with the croissant hair.
Yep.
Croissant head.
Yeah. And then we went back to doing our tasks. And we actually did do some tasks this time because I was following Keith. And I was like, we're going to keep an eye on this guy. And me and Burr were tracking this dude with the best of them. We were going to see what he was up to. And he seemed to do a task. And while I was there, I went ahead and did a task. And then BurrItsColdGaming, with the betrayal of the season, turned out to be the imposter. And attempted to murder me. But I had a black hole summoning arrow in my mouth, which I spat at him before he could do so.
Black arrow,
And he
not
might
black hole summoning
be sucked
arrow. A
into
black
nothingness.
hole is a very different thing.
Yeah.
Is that not what the black arrow does?
No,
it creates
it
a
just-
black hole vortex situation?
No, it just petrifies. It just statues.
It statuifies.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought we were just calling it black arrow for short.
No,
No?
it's because it's literally black.
Oh. Oh. I thought it was because it had to do with the black holes, because we were in space.
No, man.
And this was a recap from Palm Tree Tries, who tries really hard to pay attention, but doesn't always succeed.
At which point, after you had done so, after you petrified Derek's into figurine form, Tim Burr came up and who was with you that whole time, and pressed report on Derek's body, summoning everyone to the table up hither to discuss everything. And since yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. So right
The
now,
imposter
Goomsha
statue.
took a mortally bad wound. Like, this is so like I did have to preface in the to the players ahead of time here. You ain't safe. You are
Right.
you are like this what was it, a fatal consequence or the whatever the greatest consequence level is called in this game.
It's like a severe.
Yes. A severe consequence is nothing to laugh at. And so the like mushroom equivalent of blood, which I guess would just be some like white fluff,
I like to think it was spore dust is just like exuding out of me.
some kind of liquid or of some because spores have some.
I like to think I'm just puffing. Like clouds of, with every breath I take, like more clouds of spores just kind of are being wheezed out of me.
Is that
Little
family friendly
mushroom
for a
dust.
mushroom? Is it because isn't spores like
It doesn't have to be if you don't make it. I mean, we talked about pollen earlier. Like,
It was safe until then.
It was good until you made it not good.
The umpires were off in left field. They were distracted with something else. And then one of the catchers was like, hey, wait a second. Hey, Teach, we forgot the homework.
just mold dust, you know?
So, anyways, not getting into it. Basically, you do not look like you're doing well right now. You look extremely wounded.
I'm all shriveled and dehydrated looking, and like bad mushroom energy.
Yeah, very much so. And Derek
more of a moral than a toadstool, you know?
Yeah. Derek's is not here. So Tim Burr, who called the meeting and therefore gets the first word in, just kind of like turns towards everyone and says, "Goomsha did it! Goomsha killed Derek's right in front of me."
Derek's isn't dead. You can see right there that he's all right.
What do you mean? He's gone.
And I just... The Derek statue is at the table with us, right?
No, it's not.
I turned him into a statue because he tried to kill me.
How did you turn him into instead? By which do you mean an inanimate corpse?
No, I mean if you touch him with your hands, he'll be fine.
Do you hear this? No, that's not logically possible. I'm a scientist. I know. That doesn't make sense.
It's one of my abilities. Body opponent bag can testify that it was something I had in reserve.
Beep boop. Android scanning. I would like to.
If you scan me, you can see that I am not an imposter, right, Android?
Let me do an investigate real quick to see who I kind of like believe real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you or do you not know that I had the ability to freeze somebody? If we all go as a group south, I can show you his corpse, and you can see he is still a statue and not a corpsey corpse.
See, this is why I didn't give this little android a speech module originally, because she doesn't really know what she's talking about.
Excuse me. The original creator, Professor, wouldn't ever disparage one of his creations. And I should know, being the prototype, the inferior model, he called me a hero!
Which is why I'm saying Goomsha here has to be an imposter, because you're right, my work would never do something like this.
Cam.
Yeah? What?
You know I had the arrow.
Yeah? You don't look good right now. Is that... What's...
That's because Derek's was the imposter and he tried to kill me. I froze him. If we all go south together, I can show you where he's frozen. And if he's not there, then you can call the report button on me right away and we can be over. We can all go as a group. You can have me handcuff me, do whatever you want, but you can see it with your own eyes.
Roll rapport. Let's see how well you
open my character
convince
sheet.
everyone. Yes, you might want that open.
Oh, my +0 rapport, you say?
Yes,
right.
Yes, indeed. A -3.
Oh, no!
once again, can I get you to turn your game down, ma'am?
Yeah. Yeah, we had turned the game down before. This is crazy. Okay.
Alrighty. So yeah, that's yeah.
I doubt that we would find anything like that. You're just trying to stall us so you could get another kill in.
How about this? The simple fact that she was in squirrel form and now is not in squirrel form. Something severe happened while everyone was back there.
Oh, that's true. My whole body's different. I forgot about that.
So, I lean to the fact that this person was attacked. Otherwise, they would still be in squirrel form and unable to speak.
Beep boop.
Oh, I'm done being an android. I'm a hero. And I'm saving
You're
my
a hero! I'm proud of you.
Exactly how does that work? Was there some sort of costume error or something?
It's
You
one
know
of
what?
my...
Honesty is the best policy. We're here to free the people that you brought as prisoners.
Pardon?
Yeah. Try and throw me out, and I'll drag you with me.
Oh, this one is clearly malfunctioning. So, there's again, like you know, they're my own creations. And so now I'm going to need the professor here to roll some blatant lying skills. Oh, water. That's one thing I forgot to give myself. I'm going to get to you in a moment.
that wonderful hydrate.
Is there
I called it
anything that's
H2O.
actually stopping us from walking away from this cafeteria table right now?
Yes,
Like we're physically incapable of doing so?
correct. And you don't know why.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
That's a pretty good, Gotta love a little plot armor there. What is that? Writers... What's the word? I can't think of the word. Never mind.
I don't know. It's just how the game works. So I'm just, you know, I was just writing it in. But yes. So the with his deceive there, I'm going to have, since Sir Keith is the one doing most of the talking here, I will have him be the one to roll. That's a 5. Okay. Sir Keith is able to like see through the quote unquote deceptions of Tim Burr here. It's like,
I don't know what to think because I did see the body scans of this one before. Tell me, do any of your other androids have the scan task right now?
I don't think either of us do.
I'm pretty sure I gave one of you the scan task. Please open up your list of tasks.
I am opening up my list of tasks.
Mm-hmm. Did I not?
Calibrate distributor, unlock manifolds, prime shields, divert power, upload data, submit scan.
Submit
chart
scan.
course. Oh, okay. Submit scan.
That's the one.
That makes sense.
So what do you say?
I saw that and I was like, nope, that doesn't say scan task. That's not the one.
So what do you say in character?
So I do. I have it. Yeah.
Interesting. Do I believe you? Well, since it's between these two right now, I'll vote to skip. And we'll see if what you're saying holds true. I always trust the scans.
Does that mean there's a second imposter among us? If we're all in this meeting, even though Derek's is frozen?
Correct.
There always is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so you see that Cam and Flashy both vote for Professor Tim Burr to go out. Body opponent back. Who are you voting for?
I was not present. I do not know if Tim Burr witnessed the fight, so I cannot vote. Body opponent bag skips.
And who's Goomsha vote for?
I'm abstaining?
You're skipping?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Karen and Mud also vote for skip. So, and then Professor Tim Burr votes for Goomsha. The majority have said to skip, and so you are free to move now. And as the meeting has now ceased. And so, Sir
Wait, why did Burr vote for me?
What do you mean?
Professor, stay in the cafeteria real quick.
Sure. Okay, let's go and see about the scanning. And so the beams kind of lead like assuming that everyone's just going to medbay to do the scans. With Goomsha.
Right.
and
Body opponent bag, you're coming too, right? Or do you just leaving the professor behind?
I'm gonna ask a question as to why he was trying to get rid of you.
I'd like to know the answer to that too. But
Let me do
I'd
more.
like someone else, other witnesses could please stay. That'd be nice.
Cam would be great to bear witness.
Okay, I can. I like witnessing. Sure.
Are we early?
Get your camera out.
Welcome in, Burr. Good to have you here.
Are we early? I thought
No.
we were-
No,
we're an
it's
hour earlier
9:30
than
for
last
call
time?
and 9:45 for stream.
That's
Eastern.
Eastern time. Central time.
Sorry.
That's the mistake that I made last week, and he hopped in the same time I did last week. Yep. It's the same. I feel the exact pain. The exact pain. Yep, I know it.
Well, there's
I
this
know it
great-
well.
There's this great website that puts timestamps into Discord.
And you know what? If you looked at my stream schedule, you would have seen those.
Whoa, okay, it's getting a little passive aggressive in here. Catty
barely-
Karens, let's take a back seat.
Yeah, let's not do
My
that.
own schedule.
I have nothing but nukes. Let's not.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good. Yeah. Because when I didn't put it out in the in that format because at the time I was on vacation and so time zones were wonky and so I was like, I'm gonna mess up this tool.
Valid. No, I can barely hold my own schedule.
Yeah. All right. So now that's cleared up, let's go ahead and so Cam is staying behind. Goomsha, you were going in with the beans.
Cam and Flashy, right? For multiple votes and multiple witnesses?
Yeah, Cam and Flashy were staying behind. Yeah, you know they're
Okay, Flashy counts as a second person,
for votes. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And Flashy can push the button if somebody starts
Yeah.
to attack.
Yes.
I'm literally gonna have Professor stand a little further away from all of us, Flashy just above the button, and I'm gonna start asking questions.
Okay, sounds good. As long as you're safe in there.
Yep.
Yes.
So wait,
Not letting you do some self-sacrifice and baloney
did
in there.
we already pass the voting stage?
Yep.
Yeah.
I convinced them
Okay.
to abstain until I prove myself in medbay.
Yeah. Since Derek's body is petrified, it didn't count as a living being and didn't get sucked into the meeting.
Okay.
So
Weird.
Professor Tim Burr claimed that Goomsha killed you and was the imposter.
Right.
Yes.
Weird. Okay.
Alrighty. So Goomsha, who has the scan task, is currently using the scanner. Yes, she just simply stands on the scanner and it activates itself automatically. She and on the screen, it's kind of like shows. She limps over. Firstly, let's get that clear. And
Right, I am dying.
yeah.
I'm more like rolling over here, right?
It shows how absolutely beaten up you are, firstly, and secondly, it does clear you as being not an imposter. Oh, no. Does anyone know any medical anything? And Pite Size is like, I can help bandage some of that, but I don't know, I can't do anything more than that. See to it then. Strange. I'm going, you are clear. What does that imply? I'm going to think on this. So does that mean?
Telling you.
Does that mean that white coat man is bad gay? Perhaps.
Let's go see what they're up to and find out.
Meanwhile,
So
Catch me up
Professor,
in the cafeteria, Karen.
yeah. So hold on. So what? So let them start the conversation here. What was body opponent bag.
So Professor, how about you stand right over here for me? Just a couple of No, further back. There you go.
Okay.
So hey, what happened down there?
Oh, frankly, it was all a blur because I had my back turned because I was doing a task, and I look behind me and I see the two already engaged with one another. I didn't know who started the fight, but I saw them both tossing hands. He's going to roll deceive.
Okay.
-1, and if you want to roll your investigate.
I will roll my investigate.
Also a -1 attacker in this case wins ties. So you believe at the very least that he had his back turned and didn't know who started the fight.
Okay. Why would you say she's defective?
Because I thought if she was attacking, well, because I'm pretty sure that she is the imposter. And he's once again going to roll deceive. A 2 for his deceive. Oh boy.
All right, investigate. I am going to invoke a fate point, overreactive fashion snob. And I am going to say, how dare you use his voice and say those words about one of my friends? He spoke kindly. He gave voice to life and truth, and you speak lies and deception. Hit the button.
And without hesitation, and just as everyone else walks in anyways, the button gets hit. And you find yourselves being stationed around the table. All right, drag your little tokens on over. So Karen was in the middle of trying to tend to Goomsha's wounds and didn't really get far. The furthest she got was probably just getting the first aid kit out. So at this point, you still have every single wound that you had before. And it's at this point that since Flashy started the meeting, he just goes, zzz, zzz, zzz.
I can translate. Professor, he's the imposter.
Before we evict him from the island, might I suggest, since we know he's the bad guy, that we free the prisoners and fix this up before getting 2 new killers on the ship that we don't know who they are with us?
We can delay working on the ship for a little bit in the waiting room while we tend to your wounds, of course. However, we don't want to tarry too long because we'll need to use the game genie soon, lest we ram ourselves into the seal.
I don't know what these words mean.
Either way, regardless, let's go ahead and vote out this imposter.
But won't that bring 2 new imposters onto the ship?
Not until we re-embark onto the ship. We end up going to that safe area, the lobby area.
Okay.
2 imposters come in once we have to. Once we come aboard the ship, which we will have to do in order to keep the ship running. It's a necessity.
Well then, could we delay getting rid of this imposter while we find the prisoners that are on the ship? Well, so we can move about freely?
That we cannot let you do. We might need to do a preemptive removal of you lot if that's your goal.
Excuse me?
And they start, and the time is almost up, so they start voting away against Timber. How do you all vote?
I vote Timber.
I vote to abstain.
Cam and Flashy will vote Timber. So everyone except Goomsha votes Timber, and he is promptly ejected out of everything into subspace, wherein, because subspace has gravity, he just starts plummeting downwards. And that's all that you see of him. And with that, yay, you have managed to get rid of the imposters yet another time. Congrats.
I'm still there. I have not been ejected yet.
That's... Yes. Hold on to that thought.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Ooh, I am choppy.
Alrighty. Wait. Floral Coral never got... It was just Doug that got, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I almost got, but yeah.
Well, Doug was the only body we found. If there was another player that wasn't being dragged or whatever, we can chalk that to another kill.
Alright, since this is technically a new person, because Doug got killed, introducing Doug with 2 G's.
Doug!
And suddenly, Derek's, the real you, you have just come from utter blackness, not knowing what's happening, just like, some like cold air just occasionally blowing over you. You suddenly find yourselves in the lobby from before. What do y'all do?
Derek's is just gonna sit down on the floor with his back to the wall, and just he's got this really like haunted look on his eyes, in his eyes.
Are you okay there, buddy?
Mud says to you.
I'm fine.
Okay.
And he starts walking away.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, Karen is already getting out a first aid kit from one of the things and is going to like bandage you a bit, which will just, I guess, stop the consequence from getting any worse for now. But it's still
Right.
pretty severe. This is just bandaging.
Yeah.
This. What? This is such a weird body that you have given your android here, Professor. And Professor, who was like previously just like kind of like a 1,000-yard stare and a similar reaction to Derek's, finally just snaps and is like, yes, I'm glad you noticed. He runs over behind Goomsha and is like, what happened?
I don't know.
Okay, yes, so this is some of the advanced, like body that I've given it to kind of like make it more realistic, essentially. And then Sir Keith is like,
You can cut the act. This one was admitting to being an infiltrator just a moment ago.
what do you mean?
Exactly as I said. Isn't that right, Goomsha?
I don't know.
Hey, Cam,
Yeah?
toss me the box.
Wait, which box?
The one that makes the zone.
So he starts like frantically like patting his pockets trying to figure out which one it was in, and finally finding it, he just like he doesn't want to toss it, so he just kind of like quickly comes over and like hands it to you.
If they get a little too nosy, we could just statue them and fix the ship ourselves.
Oh, are you trying to take over the ship, huh? Well, I must warn
heard
you that if you don't know how to man the game genie, you're going to end up splatting against the Nintendo seal of quality.
The game G with the seal. Of
Hey,
quality.
Derek's?
Yeah.
You're looking a bit rough there. I just got a quick question. Which was worse, this or statue?
Probably that, what you just experienced.
I mean, short answer, long answer. It felt like I was back with Grima, so definitely that.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Wrong person to ask. Professor!
Yes.
I don't understand your, like, cognition of our world or story I guess. What would you say is worse? Statue or whatever that was?
Well, I've never personally experienced being a figurine, but what I just experienced was well, I have been at various times taken from my homeworld to various strange dimensions that I did not ask to be in. And that was probably one of the worst places that I have never asked to be in and had to be in anyways.
Okay, fair. Bob is starting to like get scared of like the thought that like he would be put in such a space and like no, oh no, don't do this, no. But then he just goes, all right, whatever. Yeah. Croissant head. Yeah.
He like kind of like at the comment of croissant head.
So Eric's is gonna look up, and very obviously putting two and two together the way that you've questioned both the professor and himself. He's just gonna look over at Goomsha and did I or him do that to you?
I don't know.
And then pint-sized Karen just kind of like looks over, is like, if these people are spies or whatever, should I be treating them right now? And then Flora Cora's going to chime in, is like, oh, well, even if there are enemies, we should probably, like, just make sure they're not going to die on us, right? Fine. And she goes back to treating you.
Whenever you are ready, will you let me know? And he's gonna kind of like hold out his hand as a gesture of like,
I back away from it.
Okay. All right. Let's get on with the next one then, yes.
Give me a moment. I'm trying to patch your friend's wounds.
Doesn't everything reset when we go back in? It seems like things change quite drastically when we do so. Almost like they reset.
Some of the ship and stuff does, but we ourselves don't. If I'm hungry, I'm still going to be hungry.
So if you die on the ship, what happens?
Oh, you die. And then we have a bunch of cloning bays at the ready for us, but I doubt that you are included.
I really hope I'm not a clone.
Here's the thing. I am not sure who I was before. I am just here to work the ship. All my memories are foggy before an hour ago. That's what it's like to be a crewmate. And she goes back to working on Kumsha.
What? You really don't know anything?
All I know is how to run the ship.
Is that for all of you?
They all just kind of silently nod.
Do
Hey, DM.
Yes.
I would like to use my new ability. I'm gonna look over at Doug and hold both my hands out and say, I'm a little weak at the knees. Could you help me up?
Of course, the great and mighty Doug, can help you out.
Cool. So, I'm going to twist his mind.
Alrighty. Go ahead and explain this.
So, with the DM's permission, I am going to attempt to muddle and twist his memories to sort of not completely erase or overwrite them, but adjust them to minorly to assist us. And what I want to specifically do is I want to make him think that he is a good friend instead of just an acquaintance of ours. He is a good friend of the professor and us.
Interesting. Go ahead and roll special.
Okay. And this would be using the mind read ability, right?
Yes.
Because that has a okay.
Yes. And this is against Doug's will, which is a +2. Attacker wins ties. Both of you rolling 3, and you are definitely the attacker in this case.
So the twist is that I want him to think that he is good friends with us, and probably wouldn't mind giving us assistance during later rounds.
All right, you have successfully done so.
And he's just gonna stand up with Doug's assistance and give him a pat on the shoulder and just thank you.
Of course, buddy.
And he's gonna look over at you, Bob, and give like a sort of just a knowing nod of like there's stuff to talk about.
Okay. On second thought, Cam, you better hold on to that.
Of course. Sure.
I might get trigger happy. And I look at Croissant Head.
Yeah. He puts it straight back into his pocket. All right, there. That should be enough for now. Now, don't do anything too extreme because these bandages are nothing but bandages, right? You don't want to start bleeding or whatever it is you do.
Right. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Yeah. And she just kind of like flips her hair and walks away.
So are these all bad guys?
Nah, I was just confused with the injuries. I'm not quite right in the head right now. Sorry for that earlier.
Roll deceive.
I can do
Let's see what you got. I should probably also
My
roll.
nerves are so high right now, you guys.
Yeah. A 2. All right, since Keith has the highest investigate, I will roll his on behalf of the bean crewmates, and he gets a 5.
I would like to.
I will say Mud probably believes you without having to even roll for him, but Sir Keith definitely does not. And sorry, what were you about to say?
I am willing to use a fate point.
That would only give you a +2, which still does not come close to his 5.
Fair enough.
So
There is one other NPC to confuse, though, right, Karen?
well, yeah, I mean that's in Miku Fan and Flora Coral, but my point is that you've I just as a group, there
Oh, Keith represents the group.
Keith
Gotcha.
represents the group.
Could I also spend a faint point to give her an extra 2 points using my new friend Doug?
Well, so you want Doug to use a fate point?
I want to try to just like prod Doug into basically being like, yeah, we can trust these guys. They're friends, you know? If possible.
So, well, I will say you can even with this failed deceive roll here, you can still try to reel this back in with subsequent stuff from all y'all. So go ahead.
Right. Okay, fair. Then that's fine then.
Body opponent bag's right arm just dislodges out, and then he just goes, shutting down.
Roll deceive. A 1.
No.
And yeah, with Keith's +4,
Oh,
that's
man.
he got an 8. He got a crit. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Crit.
Oh yeah. It's done. The lie is up. The jig is up.
We're gonna have to fight these guys. I really
Yep.
want to fight these guys.
I'm afraid that I don't even think we can trust the professor over here. I think he is the one that let them all in. I think he is, what's a word other than imposter? Because he's not an imposter, but he's imposter-ish. He's a spy.
What are you talking about? His like floating little Among Us hands are just waving frantically in front of him. No, these are my creations. I swear.
The jig is up, I say. It's up.
And then Doug chimes in.
I still think that we can trust them. After all, we've even if they are here to free the prisoners, we go way back with them. At the very least, we should treat them with respect. Oh, what do you mean we go way back with them? How long have you known these persons? Oh, I'm not sure exactly how long, but they're good friends. Sure.
Wait, would that not be more suspicious?
No, that's
none of them
100%
remember
more
anything?
suspicious, especially with the crit.
Think about it like this. He's a clone. Things could get messed up in the brain during the cloning process. Just saying.
If none of them have any memory before the ship, and this guy's like, no, I remember being friends with these guys and nothing else.
Way back.
So
We go way back.
Yeah, especially since this is a fresh Doug.
It's
this
a
was
brand new
straight out
Doug
of the cloning
Nucci.
vault.
I just wanted him to think we were friends.
We go way back.
As a friend.
We go all the way back to the cloning vat.
I remember when we were just a computer program.
Oh man, that's good.
So I'm not starting our. I'm not starting our disembark upon the ship until until we have this sorted out. Are you working with us at the very least for keeping this ship afloat?
Yes.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
And are you
We
going
would
to
like to
diverge
not-
us from our course?
No.
No.
Hey. I don't know. No. I agree.
This is a tough situation to be in. And then Matt's like, but if they help us, then they're good guys. It's not that simple. You see, this ship is being paid by someone else to bring this cargo intact in full figurine form to our destination. So I don't think that we can budge on this.
Think of us as volunteers. You are all getting paid. We don't need payment. We are willing to help.
Look, at the end of the day, since I can only remember back so far, I'm probably the only one here that has survived enough to remember actually meeting our clients in this scenario. And I will say, it is they were most intimidating, and I fear for the well-being of this ship should we not fulfill our quota.
Well, we can assist you in that.
In what capacity?
Oh. Derek's is gonna give a look over at Bob since Goomsh has been kind of out of it.
Do explain.
Oh no. Oh, I'm trying to think of how to do this. We will assist you in taking them to where you're needing to go.
But it sounds like our objectives are at odds, are they not? Because we want to deliver them intact to Fortnite, whereas you would like to set them free.
Well, why can't both be true? We deliver them to Fortnite, and then once they're off of your cargo, they're no longer your problem, yes?
What are you proposing?
Your job ends once the cargo is off your ship, yes?
Correct. At which point we come back, and we're running laps to break. There's more of these that we need to get next.
So you don't care what happens once they've reached the destination, just that they reach the destination.
I suppose.
He's gonna look to the rest of the party. Then you have no reason to stop us if we were to free them after they've been removed from the ship.
Only if it's after.
I smile and
I can
nod at
wait.
Derek's.
I can wait.
We need to go there anyways, yes.
Alrighty. So, what, you plan on getting in here the same way you did previously? Just hide yourselves in a crate and appear in Fortnite's land?
Is that how a hero enters a room?
Oh, you wish to just blazingly run out of our ship and make it known that we dropped you off.
Oh, as far as they're aware, we hijacked the ship.
That would not give us a good look still.
Then what
Don't
do you
want this circling
propose?
back on us in any capacity. So if you're going to do this, I'm going to have to ask that once we arrive, that we put you in a crate and drop you off so that it's not known that we ever actually came in contact with you.
I can cram myself.
Body opponent bag is probably looking very grim about wanting to go back into a box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Bob. But trust me, I know.
I lean into Derek's, and I mean, I whisper this so quietly, as in, I'm not even whispering. He can read my mind as soon as I make contact shoulder to shoulder, which is exactly what I'm going to do.
Were it not for you, I would slam this ship right into the seal.
Just a laugh and a love you too, bud. We'll get through this. I don't like doing it any more than you. I don't like putting either of us in that situation, any of us in that situation, but if this is the easiest way to get out of here, then that's the easiest way. They've seen through our ruse. We need to just...
They don't understand the danger they're in now. They're worried about their boss.
I know. But we're better than them. We're better than their boss.
They're the villains.
Yes.
We're the heroes. We're supposed to trounce them. We're supposed to defeat them and save the people trapped.
The issue is are they actually villains, or are they civilians that are tricked in some way, shape, or form to assist the villains? And is it not the hero's duty to take care of the ones that can't take care of themselves? And he says that looking over at Goomsha.
You guys are talking in your head, though, right?
Yeah, so you can't hear
Yeah.
it, but it's just
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
just a nod.
Yeah,
that he's
Derek's
giving.
just stares at you for a
obvious,
second.
it's very obvious to Bob that he immediately looks over at looks over at Goomsha and then looks over at Cam.
Yeah, I'm very much like staring off in space, dead in my own little world.
Yeah, still trying to wrap your now damaged brain around what happened.
Yes, suffering immensely.
Yes.
In every which way.
Which I should state that after last session, I don't know why I only gave you 1 mental damage. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think at the
I have
very
a
least, we can
thing
say
like
that
you
when the
only
professor
like-
then betrayed you again, like immediately after, you should probably have taken a second mental stress then.
See, I took so much mental stress from Derek's and the whole like shaking of my universe that did that I didn't even I wasn't fazed by the professor. The revelation that even the people I trust can't be trusted
Oh.
was so powerful. Like that, I don't know anything anymore. Anything could just be wearing someone else's skin. My own sense of I can't trust myself.
This is rather than like because you already have the unable to trust aspect. So this we could argue is a mild mental consequence.
I think it is. Like, not to be, hey, you forgot to collect our homework or anything, but
Yeah.
Professor, they didn't turn in their project.
I feel like Goomsha would not. Like, this is. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Like, she finally had 4 people she could trust, but she can't even trust them. Not for any harm of theirs. Not even because of anything they did wrong. Derek's would never betray her, but can she ever even know that that's Derek's? Like, that deep-seated paranoia and slight schizophrenia she already had? Like...
Hey, Palm, thanks for the idea.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
This is a
Anyways.
good
He
idea.
is unwell.
Thanks for the idea.
So
though.
I'm-
This is gonna be juicy.
Oh?
Not a
Good.
good sign. That's never a good
Great.
sign.
And it has to wait until whenever Goomsha finally lets him know what happened.
All right.
Let's get off of this ship first, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
All right. I still owe someone
No
a hydrate.
sense in telling you.
I still owe someone a hydrate. So let me go grab some water real quick while Derek's and body opponent bag finish your dialogue.
I'm drinking Dragon Roost coffee, decaf variety.
Hey.
How is it?
I actually really like it. The decaf flavor was the one I was most excited about. It's like a vanilla hazelnut, and it tastes
Ooh.
exactly, but it only comes in decaf. So it's good for things like this.
And I have my water.
See, I wish I
Wow.
liked hazelnut, but neither me nor Moss like hazelnut. So I may have to try a different flavor.
Oh, there's plenty of them. Again,
I
if you like
Derek
bitter
and
stuff,
what-
my favorite is the Necromancer, but they got a whole range of things. They got like a dozen different flavors.
They have a lot of fruity flavors. I'm not a real fruity person, so that wasn't my. I didn't get any of those.
Some of them are
They've got a
more like, if you
combo.
read the descriptions, some of them are more like, are not fruity primarily. They have more of like an undertone of such.
Okay, back to this game because whew, got like
Yes.
shakes.
So, okay, if we are all in agreement, then I think that we can go ahead and start another round of tasks.
Yeah, we don't want to smash into the seal. I look
Mhm.
right at him.
I love every time Buddy Opponent Bag goes on like an angry vengeance arc.
well,
His
Alrighty.
justice tirade brings me such joy.
Just don't mess with my friends. Just don't do that.
Bob, was there anything about me that was different or missing?
All I know is you went back towards the back end of the ship with Goomsha. Goomsha came back messed up. You did not come back. She came back without squirrel form and without the arrow. I think you're still back there.
You still acted like you.
Fascinating.
You still
Was
seemed like
anything-
you.
Was anything about me missing or different?
You didn't have
anything.
the same gens that you usually have, but you still had some of them.
Okay.
But you still acted like you. Your heart was the same. I thought your eyes were the same. But maybe not.
Okay. Let's get going then. We need to just find a way to be able to notice these things easier.
Alrighty.
Before we go, if it's me that gets replaced, run.
Oh?
All right.
Did you just say run?
I have already just now rolled. I completely randomized both spots, I promise you, for this one.
For reference, chat.
We believe you even less. All
For
right, gang. What do we
reference, chat.
think
I was not
most?
I will say that one of them I ended up rolling someone that had already been the imposter and was like, no, I'm fudging that, and so I re-rolled one of them. If you want complete honesty, but I have randomized both slots this time.
All right, so I think that was Cam.
It probably was.
Cam was the re-roll.
Cam or Flashy, either or could have been.
Yeah. They were the
if it was
re-roll.
Flashy, I would have let it. That would have been another interesting layer of sorts. Wait a
All
second.
right, so we know it's not flashy.
Yeah.
I need a second.
Oh gosh, Jordan, I did just give that away, didn't I?
Yeah.
Do I need to re-roll the whole thing now? No.
You can just put an icon there.
What do you mean?
Our players, our characters still don't know these things.
Yes.
We have
Yeah, what's going
integrity.
on?
We have
For sure.
integrity, sure, yes.
I have no idea.
Don't we
what's
seem like integral players?
Players, yes. No, you are, yeah. Okay.
You're darn right we are. You'd be lost without us.
Okay, hold on there.
We are integral to this game. No?
You're getting a little prideful with your wording there. You might want to dial it back.
Oh, come on. It was funny and you know it.
Alrighty. Alright, so I will now DM each of you whether you are or are not the imposter.
Oh boy, I'm the imposter.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Here I go killing again.
Oh no.
Oh man. All right.
Alrighty, so
Someone plays Door to Darkness.
I have a command for that. Hold on. I don't usually allow those to go off during this, but hold on. I can personally. There we go.
Fellas, did somebody mention the Door to Darkness?
I can't have it.
There we go. Anyways, so a new round has started. You each find yourselves sitting around the cafeteria table from before. What do you do?
Do I need to have a second icon or change my icon?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to. Yes, you need to pull okay, yeah. Go ahead and pull a new version of yourself onto the map, please. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, this one does not have vision.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to take the other one.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, no, yeah, we want. There we go. That makes sense. Alrighty, so wait a second. Why is there 3 now?
Because I accidentally dragged one over. We're okay. We're good. We're good now. We're good. We're good.
Alrighty, split up. What do you guys do?
Do we have tasks?
I'm getting that to you now. Just pick a direction, and I'll give you a task in that direction in the meantime, because we've only got so much time left.
Fair enough.
Body opponent bag goes and stands next to the vent and looks directly at Sir Keith.
I'm going to towards the cameras.
Derek's kind of looks between the two of you and I don't think I should go with her, but at the same time, what are you doing, Bob?
Well, I have a little something in engineering that I got to work on first.
Okay. I will go down to the cargo area then.
All right. 3 of them had left. 2 of them had right. And then Cam and Tim were just like, we have some tasks over this way, it seems. So they'll end up going to the right, while the rest of y'all go down. And yes, Derek's, as you start heading down towards the cargo bay, you catch a glimpse as you pass by admin of yourself in a figurine form.
He's going to stop right there, step into the admin building, and just look at the figurine. Does it have the like we mentioned before? Does it have the the teeth and stuff? Or
yeah, his mouth is like only partially open, but when you like kind of like squint, when you like look, when you actually like take a look at this, you can tell. Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That is gross.
Where did
cool.
Goomsha go?
I went to watch the cameras to the left.
Oh. Interesting. Sir Keith will we'll see you doing, we'll see you going that way and be like, are you not going to do your tasks first? Ugh. And he just kind of rolls his eyes and goes about doing some tasks.
Derek's is gonna start. He's gonna look at the statue of himself for a while before just slowly moving away from it.
Okay.
And going original trajectory down to the cargo bay, because I know he remembers they were wanting to look around the cargo bay, so he does not remember, because he doesn't remember anything that the imposter did, right?
Doesn't remember anything. You do not remember that round at all.
Okay, so yeah, he remembers they were looking, but he doesn't know exactly what happened, so he's gonna just look around to see if he can find something, like find any of the crates changed or anything like that, or like anything that really calls out to him.
Are you, so you're trying to what to the statue?
not to the statue, just in the cargo room, look around for any disturbance or anything, because the last he knows, all of them were looking around that area for stuff. For the
Oh yeah.
Cruise.
Oh yeah. Oh, the cargo bay. Sorry. Yes.
no.
I should probably just like scroll over to where you are in the map so I have the context of what you're doing. I was like,
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
that's my bad. No, that's my bad. I was scrolling around, moving around the like, you know, I want to say hundreds, the like dozens of little guys that I have. Derek's, yes. So you see, there is evidence here. If you roll investigate here, you can see if you can discern that.
Can I argue treasure hunter's intuition for notice instead of investigation?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Alrighty. With a 6, yeah, you figure out, oh, this lock, which the lock itself is still intact, but the little like metal bits that it hangs onto on the crate itself is completely pried off. There is so much evidence of that. So you put 2 and 2 together.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Seeing that, he's gonna make a mental note of that, but since he is alone, he's going to if he's got a task in here, he's gonna do it. I don't know if he does or not, so if he's got a task in here, he's going to do whatever the task is.
I am at this point probably going to just like officially give out the tasks like afterwards, like off stream at this point, because keep things on pace.
Boy.
I need to come. What I need to do next time is come with a pre-prepared list of lists of tasks.
I get you.
How many more of these are we going to be doing?
Hopefully, this is the last one. It's not so much how many of these are we doing, but how many sessions. Because next session is the last one of these. So. Alrighty. So meanwhile, I will cut over to the professor and Cam actually real quickly. Even though there's no player here to control them, there's still technically player characters. And so we cut over to them because they just finished so the professor had garbage again, but this time it's initiated from oxygen. So they went and pulled the thing in oxygen, and then they see Floral Coral doing something weird over in navigation. At which point Cam's like, I actually have something in navigation. And so the professor's like, okay. And so Cam starts doing like, I don't know how to. I'm not an electrician, but I have to do the wires here. So just be patient for a moment. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm here to help you if you need. That would be great. Meanwhile, Floral Core is like, I'm getting the game genie out, so you might want to stand back a bit. Oh, okay. Right, yes, of course. And so they both kind of step back. Floral Coral takes out what looks like a SNES cartridge and plugs it straight into the dashboard of the ship. At which point, a big purple genie kind of like emits itself out front of the ship. And you see this well, I guess just the ones present there see this And it's at this point that body opponent bag, it seems walks in on the scene as well. And so there's this giant purple genie. You see this massive like gold force field that the ship seems to be approaching. It stretches off in all directions. Just this giant 2D plane. It does seem to be like curved, right? So it's like, but though, like you can hardly tell the curve up close because of just how massive it is. Like as you look off towards the horizon, you realize, oh, it's curving, and then it just kind of like disappears in the fog of the whatchamacallit. You know that effect where like even things look bluer when they're far away in the real world. Well, here in subspace, they just get purpler, and so it just kind of purples off, you could say. The game genie, as it comes out, just kind of like puts out its hands, and as it does so, a hole just kind of like slowly starts to grow out of the seal at the place where he's pointing, and he spreads his arms as he does so, the hole starts to spread as well, and that is what happened. Now, body opponent bag, you're walking in on this. What are you up to?
I see this and am aghast at that. I finished up my task and in engineering, and am honestly waiting for the list of more tasks. So I bear witness to this, and I'm like, so that's how it's done. Thank you, Floral Coral.
Of course. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and read off the tasks so that way, at least we got that going on for us. I'll say like body opponent bag. Yeah, we will say that body opponent bag had something up top left, and now you got stuff along the right here. Let's say you have what is that? Chart course in navigation, prime shields,
Wonderful.
and
Shields.
and let's also say that you have the whatchamacallit, the
Prime
gas,
and
get gas in from storage.
gas from storage. All right. Since I'm here, I'll start charting a course.
Alrighty. And then Derek's, we will say, has the upload data from the cafeteria, and okay, fix wires in security, and calibrate distributor in electrical, and then finally align engine output in lower engine. Goomsha has inspect samples in medbay, clean O2 filter in O2, and unlock manifolds reactor, and clear asteroids weapons. Alrighty. With that being out of the way, what is? I guess Goomsha is just watching the cams at this point, right?
Yep, watching for anybody doing anything they shouldn't. Venting, stalking, not doing tasks. Or, not helping free prisoners.
Fair enough. And the pint-sized Karen passes by Derek's. It's like, are you already trying to get into our crates again?
No, I just considering what I don't remember from last round. I don't know what you call it, but considering what I don't remember from last time, I'm trying to just figure out what happened.
Well, I can say that what it looks like is the rest of your crew, the rest of your lot, decided to get destructive over here. So barbaric, honestly.
It does seem to be that way. I prefer a more finessed approach.
Well, you should tell the rest of your crew that. And then she starts walking away after flipping her hair.
Considering it was Derek's that did that.
Right.
Yeah. No, it was Impostrix that did that.
Yeah, totally. Only an imposter Derek's would do that. Then yeah, he's just gonna make his way over to electrical.
Cool. Alrighty. Floral Coral on the right here is going to head northwards, while Cam and the professor head southwards. And Body pointing back, what direction you go in?
Well, I finish up my task. What would you like me to roll for navigation real quick?
Oh, that's right. That's how we... Yeah, so that would be drive.
Okay, well, I have a +0 to drive, so asteroid belt it is, guys!
Oh,
Oh, that's a
Oh
one.
boy.
Yeah, no, it's you start trying to chart navigations, and the interface doesn't make sense. It hasn't marked you, like you press buttons, then you like, look down and see if the task is complete, and it doesn't mark itself as green, and you're confused as to why, and so you just keep pushing some buttons, and we'll come back around to you after you've properly push some more buttons, I suppose. So the Cam and the professor, the professor who is so eager to do trash, Cam's just like, sorry, can you wait? I have prime shields as well. Well, while we're here, I guess. And so he goes to do that. And suddenly there is a meeting called, as a body has been found, and you all find yourselves around the center table. Mud has been killed. It was found by Miku Fan. Alrighty. If everyone can drag themselves, please and thank you, over to the middle.
Did I see any of this on cams? Or who
No,
was
you
in
did
that
not.
area with
It was
me,
out of
or-
the purview of cameras.
Oh.
Alrighty. So so Miku Fan is going to speak up as the one that found the body. He's like, I found the body in upper reactor. I didn't really. I mean, I know Sir Keith and Gumsha were in the area, and I think body opponent bag was there at the start, but I didn't really see who went up in that direction?
Most intriguing. I was in reactor most of the time there. I had 2 tasks there. And they were both grievous.
I will be honest. I watched the Game Genie be used. And then went to finish up in navigation after my engineering task at the beginning of the round. So I'm a little confused as to... So it was... And body opponent bag just looks at Goomsha. It's been everybody but you. So now I'm scared of you.
I don't know. Why should you trust me?
Miku fan will speak up and is like, well, I'm pretty sure Goomsha was in cams, unless it could have been. I'm not sure.
And Sir Keith would be like, well, you do not sound very sure of yourself for sure. And I think that is what pins you as the most suspicious one here. I think it might be a self-report of sorts. Knowing that there was a lot of people over on that side, it would make sense to self-report it because you didn't know whether or not one of us might come up in that direction. Is it not plausible?
Okay, but we also don't have enough evidence to say otherwise.
Wait, whoa.
It's too
Sir,
early. It's too early. It's too early. Let's skip.
Didn't Sir Keith have strong opinions about self-reports before?
Oh, every time, darling.
Just saying, it doesn't look good for you, but...
I'm always thinking that it is on the table. You cannot disregard the possibilities. I personally am going to skip, let it be known, because you are correct. There is not enough evidence. I am merely pointing out a fact that suspicion should not be taken off of Miku-fan.
I just know that I'm real because the scanner said I was real.
In a
And then the
previous
professor
round.
said that I am a hero. So I'm a hero.
Yeah, I'm skipping. And so they a bunch of people start voting skip. Does anyone vote otherwise?
I don't vote skip until the timer runs out because I turned a body opponent back and you can cut me off whenever timer runs out for talking. You'll listen to a camera and what a scanner has to say about what you're real, but all of us saying you were real this whole time didn't matter. But the scanner says so that's what matters? Okay.
Oh...
How could I trust people when people have done nothing but mess with me all my life? Punch me in the face, change my water? I don't trust any of the people who are alive. Because you all use and take. So how dare you, Goomsha? Of course, I trust something with a non-biased opinion to tell me that I'm real for once.
Derek's is going to put a hand on Bob's shoulder to try to like, hey, you're getting too aggressive, but
There is no peace, is what you hear in my brain.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
Why can't they trust
DM,
us?
can I make a Smashergy roll to try to sync up with Bob and see if this is really him? Because the last time he got this aggressive was when we got the Smashergy set skills.
Interesting. Yes. And to sync up and figure out if he's in. Okay. Get so. Smashergy works by you are imagining some something so hard that it happens, right? So what are you
Yeah.
trying to make happen?
Our mental link, our connection that he and I have built over this campaign. I want to see if it's there or if the thread is pulling elsewhere. Almost like it actually is a thread of like twine between us.
So are you looking for your brother in there?
I'm looking for...
I think he's looking for his brother to be reaching back. Like for the thread to be going both ways rather than just his way. The imagination quality comes from the thread being visible.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if the link is there and it's not just me reaching for him.
Interesting. I will allow this to be a Smashergy roll of sorts, but though can I ask that it also be with a fate point in this case?
Sure.
All right. Smashergy. Okay. So it was a 2. And by the way, that fate point didn't add the 2. That fate point was your cost to make the roll.
Yes.
And so with a 2, you're not getting a thread, but though you're not sure if that's because you don't know what you're doing with Smashergy because this is your first time using Smashergy, or if this is because he's not the imposter. So you can't make heads or tails of it, but at the very least, you don't have explicit confirmation that this is Bob.
Yeah, that... He is going to just look Bob sympathetically in the eyes, and you'll see a vote for Bob.
All right. You do so. All right, Goomsha, you see, you were holding off your vote. You see that Derek's puts his vote on body opponent bag. What do you do?
He's gonna look at you before you do anything, Goomsha, and just don't feel like you need to.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna... I've always said I believed in you. I've always told you were real. Not gonna stop now. And I skip.
And that is where we end today's session.
Love that.
Yeah, right?
This is the most mentally taxing of all of our arcs so far, which is saying something because we had that Elise arc.
Right?
My brain hurts.
Holy cow.
Brain hurting.
My heart hurts.
My heart hurt. Yeah, that's a good... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
A special thank you to everyone here watching on Twitch as well. Good to have all of y'all in here. Sorry if sorry that I wasn't shouting out and personally welcoming every single one as I usually do today. I just got so hyper focused on all of this. Oh, yes.
It's been a lot.
It has been.
Yeah.
I'm excited for getting the chance to get the one-on-one with Goomsha. but I also know, like, ow, it's gonna hurt.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what to say to you yet. Like, I, the player, don't really know what to do yet.
It's okay. It's okay. I got you.
Which might be in character, honestly.
Fair.
Yeah, no, this is... I've got an idea.
I think I do too.
It's just gonna be...
Yeah.
interesting.
And we can watch that get played out next week, which next week will be our final arc with the amazing Sharky Tack. So don't miss it. We are going to give this man a proper send-off and finish this round strong. Oh man. So and speaking of finishing things off strong, we're going to do one of our questions of the week. And remember, chat, I want to hear your answer to this question as well. And those on Spotify and YouTube, you have a comment section in which you can place your answer. Hey, Sharky Tack! The shark gonna be there with the excellent levels of tension. Well done. Oh, gosh. Tension is... Yeah, the tension was real. The tension was tight.
It's fun.
It is fun.
Bob was this close to activating the cube and just like statuing all the beans in that part of the ship.
Yeah.
Like that close to that.
That's such a mood. That is such a vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait a second. This only happens if we all go out there and it's all a problem. How about we all statuefy them, take the one person for the genie, and then we're fine.
Okay, so my question, right, is
back.
we have the asteroids task. Do we think a genie can count as an asteroid and we can use the ship to fire at it?
What?
Okay, that's the chaotic evil route where we say we just crash the ship, we end the season early, the statues fall into subspace, all the player characters of season 1 tragically in a fiery blaze of glory go out. Like that's how that ends.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Yeah.
Like we crash into the seal and the statues, and then
No, the
season 2
blast
characters gotta clean it up.
asteroids. The, like, destroy asteroids task.
Oh, okay.
Like, so destroy asteroids would mean you have, like, the ship has shooting capabilities. So we just kill the genie.
And then the seal shuts when we're trying to go through it.
Oh, is that what happens?
The genie's the one opening it right now.
I'm sorry,
So-
I'm not familiar with this genie. I am quite confused.
It's okay. I was too. I totally understand.
Hey, this is my first time with this tech as well. I just know Fedorable Will said a purple genie showed up when a Super Nintendo cartridge got put into the computing system. Somehow that's backwards compatible, even though Nintendo didn't figure that out.
Look, Shantae can do some fun things. I'm just saying.
Well,
If it's Shantae herself, I mean, I better see some hula hoop action. That's all I'm gonna say.
alrighty.
It's question of the day.
Question of the day. Yeah, I'm still trying to think of one actually, and
Mine is, what do you think this genie is from?
No.
My first thought was Aladdin.
no, it's the game
Purple
genie.
Robin
it's
Williams.
A thing. Look up game genie.
Yeah, the
from-
game genie.
It was used to like
Oh.
Full
hack,
mouthwash.
like basically do like mods and hacks.
It's a Game Shark.
Yeah,
it's a
like,
Game Shark.
Yeah, like back in the day.
Oh.
It was how you
okay.
like got infinite lives or clipped through certain
Oh.
things back in the day before.
Oh.
Which is why it's able to get around the Nintendo seal of quality because it's, hacking the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See,
So-
lore-wise, it makes sense.
In that case, wouldn't we be on the same side as the Nintendo seal of quality?
Well, me and you did sign contracts that we wouldn't go beyond the seal.
but we're going to.
Yeah.
Right, but aren't the Mees working for the seal of quality?
So
And
The
we're
whole
against the
thing-
Mees? Or no, we're against the
Okay.
Fortnites. Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
So
Oh, beans.
I don't blame you, Pump. We had a couple of weeks hiatus, and then
No,
right
no.
into the brain hurdy arc. So,
I
yeah.
remembered. That's right. I forgot. We don't actually hate the Mees, just the people who hurt the Mees.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
All right, so the question of the week is, did you understand the lore of this game? Leave your comments down below.
Oh, we
Because
can
I'm
do
realizing
better
that
than
we
that.
are expiring our the time, and with this new schedule, I need to start ending us a little bit sooner than we are here. But yes, but also I am trying to trim down. I've been considering getting rid of the questions of the week for season 2, anyways, because I want there to be less fodder that people have to skip through if they're like binging everything. And don't forget to check out our fellow companions campaigns, because they should all be linked down in the description as well, because both Midwest, Burr, and Teus have their own campaigns. That's our linked in the description of this podcast. And with that, let us go ahead and say goodbye, players.
Bye.
If you love someone, you tell them the truth. And boy, how do I love all y'alls. So here's the truth that can be found in Titus 2, 11-14. The grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation to all men, instructing us that, denying ungodliness and worldly desires, we should live sensibly, righteously, and godly in the present age, looking for the blessed hope and the appearing of the glory of our great God and Savior Jesus Christ, who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all lawlessness and purify for himself a people for his own possession, zealous for good works. That is our true time for today. That's all the time that we have for today. Alrighty, let's go and share the love and hype. I love you all.